Hey guys, you're watching the late night football show, and finally, it's good to have this cover on the back after the Europa League. I mean, and nothing beats the excitement of Champions League, man. It's a special tournament, and it has never been as special as it is this time around for especially for us. And I mean, I remember I wrote once on a post on my Facebook that will I ever see City win a Champions League before I die? And I don't want to say too much. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, so it might backfire. I don't. I mean, I'm really nervous. I have been actually since the time we qualified for the PSG game. I've not cared about any of the matches that we have played. I've not really cared about much about football. It's just all this has been leading up to now, especially this match. I'm a complete wreck. What about you?
I'm in a similar situation. Although I was looking up to some other matches, building up to this match, but other than that, this week, especially this week, it has been a bit nervy for me, especially today. And yes, tomorrow I'm going to be a wreck. That's for sure. Starting from tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be a wreck. Very nervous. I would be very nervous, more nervous, much more nervous than I am. I'm excited right now
Mhm.
because I still know there is more than 24 hours for us to play for the game, but still tomorrow it will be difficult.
I mean, it's. I mean, I think it's just. I mean, especially what about the players? I mean, but one thing I would say that Guardiola gave this interview. I don't know. I mean, even Tuchel gave this interview. So I mean, maybe they had to give those interviews. Guardiola gave that to the Ferdinand. I think even Tuchel gave to Ferdinand, I guess. So, but he seemed quite relaxed. I don't know. I mean, and even he admitted it, like he was relaxed more than he was before in his younger age. So that actually gave me a confidence. I don't know if it is false thing or whatever, but it actually gave me a bit confidence. What did you see that interview?
Yeah, I saw De Bruyne, Fernandinho, and Guardiola. They did an interview back to back, and obviously they would be relaxed. I'd be more concerned if they weren't relaxed because then it would be a bit a bit of a matter because
Hmm.
a manager and one thing I've been seeing in all these interviews that players are always urging fans to be just enjoy the game.
Hmm.
It's a champions, and even
I
De Bruyne
can't.
said that we need to. No, yeah, but that I think after the first whistle, probably people will enjoy the game because
I
whatever happens,
I know myself. I
those
won't
90
be.
minutes.
I won't be able to enjoy if it's just the game is like
But
a totally one-sided
that's
game.
that's that that's why players are urging players, no
Mm.
fans, not to take much stress. Enjoy the game. They will also enjoy the game. I hope they do enjoy the game
Yeah, they.
because these opportunities never very rare that these opportunities come,
Mm.
especially for this team who has struggled a lot in the Champions League.
And for especially for this
And
club, this for more than
hmm,
125 years, it's just first time, first appearance. And I mean, Chelsea, even though they are not themselves like a big European giant, but they actually have a
they
lot to
still
win.
have
Yeah, they
won.
have.
Yeah, they still have gone to two
Yeah.
finals and
So I mean,
no three two finals, and they even won one. So
yeah.
for Man City, it's a much bigger because
Mm,
Man City has been preparing for this moment for the past 8, 9, 10 months.
true.
Chelsea, when you look at Chelsea, there are two Chelseas who played in this season. One
Yes,
was under
exactly.
Frank Lampard, who I don't
Do you
think that
think?
that Chelsea had.
Yes. Do you think that actually the pressure is off Chelsea and they're actually thinking that they this is just a bonus for them? They never really thought that this would happen.
No, no, no. That should not be the case because even they didn't think. But Tuchel has been in Chelsea for about
Hmm.
3, 4 months, so it doesn't take. And once you are at the finals, everyone wants to win it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think there would be any pressure off from Chelsea. Even they would be as much as in a pressure situation as Man City would be. And with everything that's going on, their season has been a lot more turbulent than Man City's season,
Hmm.
so that could probably add a bit more pressure to Chelsea, but it's a one-off game. It's not a two-legged game.
I mean,
So
I mean the
it
narratives like it's just crazy. I mean I mean, I know City has hit a bit of form going into this, and Chelsea has dropped a bit of form. There's some uncertainties regarding some players. I mean, I know City squad is fully fit, but you never know till the match because
Hmm.
sometimes something happens in the warm up, and the same thing with the Chelsea squad as well. And now these two managers. I mean, Guardiola has history in this competition, but it is 10 years ago, and Tuchel is actually the one who was there in the
Hmm.
Champions League final last. So
Last year.
I don't know how you read into this. It is so unpredictable for I think for me. Uh, it
I,
is really.
I think there is not very much to read into those all things because a Champions League finals is just another football
Mm.
game. And I think Fernandino said that everyone just needs to play it as a football
Yeah.
game of 90 minutes or maybe 120 minutes. But
I mean,
just because there is a tag that has been a title given to that game doesn't really make a difference for a good team.
I know what you're trying
And
to
these
say,
two,
but I mean, even if they try to play it like just another match, I mean, it would be something that you really have to like make up in your mind because I mean, I don't know if even as a player and especially for us fans, it is just not another match. It is you just have to like make yourself think like it is just another match because but it is not, definitely not. It is it
obviously it's
I
not
don't even
another
know.
match. if
I
you
don't
if you
even
win
know.
that match, it would.
Yeah, I don't even know what kind of feeling you get because it's never happened. So it's just it will only be revealed
Hmm.
tomorrow. What
So that's I think that players would grow into the match as it goes on. Maybe the first 10, 20 minutes, they will be nervous, all
you
22 of them.
yeah, you
But
think
as
it's
the
the
match goes
starting
on,
it would be
they
scrappy.
will. I,
It always
I, I
is.
think so. It
It
would be
always
because
is.
even in
I think
mostly
even
big games, even in
yeah.
PSG game, we saw that it was a bit scrappy. Even though we had the advantage leading up to the second leg, we weren't very good in the first 10 minutes, and suddenly out of nowhere we scored a goal, and and after that, Man City grew into the game
Hmm.
completely. So I hope it's not the case that we don't start good. I hope that we start strong because it does bring in a lot of motivation. And I hope that even Chelsea starts strong because other than a Man City fan, I'm a football fan first. So I want to see a very
Ah,
good match.
I don't want to see a good match. I don't know. I want to no. I don't want. I don't care about
Well,
match. I
I
don't care
do
about
want,
the. I will tell you. I don't care about the football that is played. I don't care
a
about.
scrappy match would be a bit more frustrating. Even if
Hmm.
you lose, even if you win, it wouldn't matter. But if you play scrappy and then you lose, so it would be a lot more frustrating than
I think the
when you
only
when
thing
you play
that
good.
would matter in the end is that last the scoreboard. Other than that, I don't think. If you play unbelievably good football, if you play ridiculous, if you play rubbish, the only thing that would matter in the end will be the score line, and that is the actual truth. But I want to ask you about the referee situation. Are you worried about the refereeing situation and about war? War? I said war. I mean, yeah, there is a
Um,
war.
it is a war because two clubs who are not very much recognized as historical
Hmm.
clubs are going for this, so it is a war. But referees. I have seen some referees who have been very good in some matches and then very bad in some other matches. And I know this referee has a history
Hmm.
with Pep Guardiola, but I don't think it should affect the match because if the team is playing good, so I don't see the referee having a big
Hmm.
say unless and until, because if even in referee's mind, the whole world is watching this match. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure every football fan, even though they do not support Chelsea, Man City, or do not care about these clubs, they are going to tune in for this match.
Hmm.
And if the referee
Good
makes
point.
a mistake, which is visible, then in his head he would be criticized a lot
True.
for the rest of his life because he made a big mistake in the Champions League finals. So I don't think that referee point would be very much
Hmm.
uh,
And
would matter so much in this.
what do you think? Who is the danger man for you in the opposition team? And which player are you like
Uh,
scared of?
there are many because Chelsea is not a club who runs around one person.
Hmm.
Hakim Ziyech can be dangerous for us. He has scored twice
Hmm.
in the past two matches, and once a player gets a scoring knack against a particular
Hmm.
club, he um,
True.
I think that even Timo Werner could be dangerous because he also found a net against us. Unfortunately, all of them were ruled out, but it just takes a fraction of second to make that offside goal into a proper goal. So, but for me, the proper danger man, who I think that if we can handle him, then I think it would be our match. Would be N'Golo Kante,
Yeah,
and I
I
think
totally
every Man City
agree.
fan would
Yeah,
agree with
because
this
it's just,
because
I think this
that
match is gonna be won or lost in the mid because both the teams like to keep the ball, and Chelsea is actually one of those teams who can actually take the ball away from City and actually can keep the ball because they have done in the past. So it would be interesting to see who wins that battle because both the teams possess amazing midfield. They do possess amazing players all over the pitch. Who is the one player you are counting on in City who will have the game of their life?
I hope that every one of them has their game of their lives because it's
Yeah,
a
we
big game
probably
for them.
need that.
So, but for me, as usual, if any Man City fan, if there is someone who can be reliable in these stages, it should be Kevin De Bruyne. I don't see anyone
And
else, but
KDB
everyone.
against Chelsea also. I mean, that is also interesting.
That would be interesting because he hasn't played against Chelsea for some time, and
And there is, I don't know. I think till the time he is playing, if he plays against Chelsea, it will always be brought upon the previous narratives that has been going on.
he might play with a grudge or something like that.
Yeah.
But I want everyone to pitch in, not just rely. Even if Kevin has a bad day, I want Phil Foden to go in and step up, or Gundogan or Bernardo Silva. And other than that, Ruben Diaz is going to be very important because even if we defend well, it's his command that the other three has to follow. And I know that it's going to be Zinchenko, Stones, and Walker. These three have to follow Ruben Diaz, and Ruben Diaz needs to be sharp tomorrow.
Okay, so
So
if you want, because I'm not gonna give. If you want, you can give your score prediction.
um, I would go with a 2-1 victory for Man City, obviously.
In the regular time.
Yeah, hopefully in the regular time. I don't want to be very much stressed as it goes on to 120 minutes
Yeah.
and then the penalty shoot.
No.
As I also mentioned before, it won't be a very big goal fest because every team is going to be careful. So I think a 2-1 victory would be good enough for us. I hope that Man City scores first and not concede first, because that would be a very, very big motivational factor for Man City if we score first. And we have scored first in many games before. Almost all the games we do score first. So hopefully we score first again. And we just need to start strong. The first 20 minutes, the golden period of the match. If we scored in that 20 minutes, it's going to be a very long way for Chelsea to pick up.
I think my nervousness is reflecting out of this video. But it's just that you cannot do anything. You cannot do anything just rather than just hope. And that's the thing. I think that's the thing that actually scares you because when we used to play in tournaments, all those things, you knew that it was in your hand that you are much less nervous.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
in these
yeah.
situations, you're so nervous. Well. I think we will end this video on this note, and I know everybody's gonna watch this. Doesn't matter which team you support. This is the biggest of the biggest competition that you can watch. So I mean, hopefully it will be a good day for us, and we will have happy things to talk about, and not go into hiding because I will go. So yeah, man. Thank you for that.